This video is brought to you by Gunpla SA, South Africa's favorite place for Gunpla, related tools, supplies, resources, community, and so much more. Check out gunplasa.com.
Hey BuildForce and everybody else that's joining us, welcome to another episode of whatever it is that we call this, GPSA Talk. GPSA, but it is episode 6 of that, and we are happy to have you here.
Sure.
And Jeff and I are super amped about this episode because not only, like, we've had so much cool stuff happen this month, but the cool thing that we want to get to, we haven't been able to get to, and that is our community, that is our BuildForce. We love the BuildForce, and we're dying to show off some of their progress and some of the cool things.
To get back into it, yeah. You know, like, it's kind of an unfortunate thing where Bandai in the last 2 weeks, they kind of had so many, I think 2 or 3 weeks, they had so many news. So it's like, okay, with our last 2 podcasts, we just had to like focus on the news. But now finally going back to, you know, showing some of our Discord's work in progress and finished build, you know, giving some love and showing the world, you know, the South African builders, you know? Yeah,
exactly. You know, and getting into all of that stuff. But just before we get into that, Jeff, are you building anything cool at the moment? Are you working on anything at the moment?
So I'm still working on my RG new. Actually, it hasn't moved since the last episode, like since last week.
Cool
so yeah. You know, just work's been busy, and there's lots of stuff that we need to do, you know, for Gunpla SA as well. For example, this podcast. But yeah, one thing I'm really excited about is something I'm going to be building this coming weekend. Hopefully, I really want to do this weekend. Is the last Sunday, our awesome Discord member Natas, he gave both me and Paul both presents. So each of us got these wooden laser cut puzzle pot things for succulents. So pot things. So I'm looking forward to building that. Gonna make a video out of it, and then just show some appreciation. But it was such a very thoughtful gift from him, you know, because his idea was he wanted to give us a present that basically will grow the little plant with Gunpla SA as well. So
it's very thoughtful. Like, Natas, dude,
so thank you again, Natas.
My girlfriend is pretty much stolen it. I got home and she's like, that is so cool, she wants to build that. I'm like, I'm not standing in your way, I'm going to build that. We can build it together. I'm excited, you know.
Yeah, it's a great
if a significant other wants to build something, let that happen. You know.
And you mentioned before that she's the plant.
She likes gardening and that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's one of the things. Like, we have this awesome looking garden. When I say awesome, I'm bragging on her behalf. I'm like, this garden is really, really cool. And it's because she does. She like gets in there and she's like, just blah. So anyway, so she's super excited about our robot that's gonna have like spiky hair because of a cool plant. So I'm excited about that too.
Cool. Looking forward to seeing yours.
Yeah, man. And then, you know, Jeff and I have got some cool stuff planned that's coming in the future for video stuff. So just want to drop that there before we forget. And then, dude, speaking of quickly about video stuff, aren't you doing a load shedding build of a goof? You know, the Goof Custom, the box is over there. But cool.
Again, there's so many things on the plate. You know, I still need to paint my RX-78 to Origin version.
Oh, nice. Yeah, me too.
You know, one day I still need to sand it and all that, and then the new Gundam, the Sazabi over there as well, and at least I don't have a shortage of build projects coming up. You know, they're all kind of there waiting patiently.
Yeah, that's kind of me as well, right? And the nice thing is we're going into winter, and so for those of you who don't know, South African winters tend to be quite dry, which is so cool for airbrushing. Which means that, like, you're probably going to see Jeff and I do a lot of painting over the next few months. Please don't hold us to that, but statistically that's what should happen.
The challenging with me is, like, I try to make a video out of every single thing. So, you know, I can't just do this thing. I need to get the camera, get the shots, you know, it's editing and so. No, and we already have a lot of, like, yeah, we already have like so many video projects going on, with the podcasts, vlogs, and all these things that need editing as well. So, yeah, but
Yeah,
at least
Jeff's
that
building a
this,
shot and a kit. So
yeah. So,
cool,
yeah,
man.
cool.
Okay, sweet. So we, as you guys know, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. But Jeff and I really want to get into this Discord. We want to show off all of this cool stuff, and let's not keep you in much further suspense.
Yeah.
So wait for it.
Yeah, it's probably like a month's worth of activity happening.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yay!
And there it is.
So cool. So this is from where we left off last time with Zero Wings 30 minutes missions Porta Nova build, and he's Jet.
Yes, he's Mirage.
I'm not too clued up on these military stuff.
No, that's cool, man. Like, listen, I mean, I recognized it, but I also at the same time didn't. It's one of those silly things. But yeah, I think the last time we spoke about this, I mean, I think this is an amazing build, but this is his base build, and this is before I if I'm not mistaken, and Zero, please correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is before you start doing all your weathering passes.
Like withering,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so this, I mean, standard, just out of the box, that looks stunning. I know a lot of people who build model aeroplanes that once they get to that state, that's where they're happy, and cool, power to them.
Yeah, I love the masking.
Yeah, the masking is impressive. Like, and also the proportion of the camouflage is very good. That's something that's like, I feel bad now. I feel like I put that into people's heads now, but that is like a thing. Like, sometimes people do camouflage too much. It's disproportionate to the form that's on. But anyway, let's get into Ebola Zaya's awesome inner detail for his master grade Barbatos. Yeah. Jeff,
so
you have thoughts?
So yeah, I know, like Ebola Zaire, he does miniature painting and all that, and he got into Gunpla because like what he loves about Gunpla is like, oh, I don't have to paint, most of the stuff is molded in colors. So like what I can see here is like he's not painting the full kit, but he's painting like partial details, like the pistons. So the pistons that you see is that in red and white strip, the model kit comes in like just gray. So for him, he's just enjoying painting the little things. And he's like, yeah, it's great, Yeah.
No, totally.
Brings out enhances those details just a little bit more.
It's just like those little things. I mean, and the Barbatos is definitely a kit that lends itself well to that. So if you've got a Barbatos, I feel like it doesn't take a lot of effort. It's like 15% of your effort in this kit. If you just dedicate 15% of this kit to some paint, it's just gonna take it to the next level. You don't have to paint the whole thing. You can just literally get in there and touch some up, like what Ebola Zaire has done. Some of the red pieces, some blue pieces, and you're golden.
And even if you don't, it still looks great. We'll see more. Yeah, we'll see more photos of Barbatos, I think, later from like other people as well. So, yeah.
Cool. So as we go down, we got Screech here with his build of his real grade Zigok. Guys, like, I love Zeonic marine suits. They are so goofy. They're so ugly that they come full circle. They're like ugly and they come around and then they're just cool. I just dig them. Gog, Zagok, that guy. What's the other one? I think Hygog. But there's like 2 or 3 more that I just can't think of the names right now, just because we're recording and these things happen. But there's some really goofy looking marine suits, and I dig.
Hey. I think you better take that back. The Hygog doesn't look goofy. The Hygog looks really cool.
It does actually.
It looks freaking intimidating with the Hygog.
Yeah, I suppose, to be fair, out of all of them, the Hygog is definitely the cool kid of the bunch.
Yeah, I think Hygog is the one that came like the last one. So it's like it basically like they learned all their development lessons, and the Hygog is the most refined marine mobile suit.
Yeah, well, it's in the same OVA series as the Kempfer. It's in War in the Pocket, which is amazing, by the way. And I think that was one of those situations where it was like, yeah, we can't have like a very goofy looking marine unit in the beginning of this and then have something as cool as the Kempfer later on in the series. So yeah, but from playing the video games on PlayStation and all that, having one of these dudes running at you, it's pretty intimidating, you know. But yeah, guys, I love the Zigok, and I love this kit. I have a deep fondness for this kit. I got great memories attached to it. It was the first kit that I'd built in a while, and then just from here, I haven't stopped building kits since I put this little dude together. Really loved the Zigok. The design and the kit. The real grade is one of the top, in my opinion, the top real grades that you'll get in the line. And yeah, and I mean, Jeff, you and I were sort of chatting about stuff earlier, and yeah, in our collectively, we kind of also feel that the RG is better than the MG as well.
Yeah. Well, generally that's the case with the RGs. You know, like they come out much later down the line when they've like basically improved their technology or improved their skills. So yeah, like one of my favorite builds is as well as the RG Zigog as well. I just love the little cockpit white piece in the front by the chest. It's like, why did it choose white? You know, like it just looks like a little buck tooth. So yeah, it's kind of cute.
Yeah, dude.
Gives it more personality, eh? But
yeah, it does. It's like cool little things like that. I also love the claws, and also with this version, you get two different sets. You can either do the 4-claw,
the 4-claw, which
is pretty cool. And then for our eagle-eyed viewers, I'm sure you've noticed the Millennium puzzle in the background. Yeah, so that's, you know, Screech he's all about that. And then just this wonderfully built, and we discussed this already, but this wonderfully built real grade new gun. This is not painted. This is, it's not painted at all. This is just panel liners and the stickers, and it's all of the stickers. And that is a feat. So nicely done, dude.
Yeah. And that's his first Gunpla kit, and now he's hooked. But yeah, I just love all the posing that he does. You know, it's puts a lot of love and effort into the model kit.
Totally, dude. Like this new Gundam's pose is awesome. It's super awesome. I think Screech, if you're watching this, I think you definitely need to check out some of the anime series where the Zigok is featured, and that is primarily the original series. And also to a lesser extent, Gundam Thunderbolt. There are some marine units in there, not specifically the Zigok, but there are marine units.
It's got the guy.
The Ak guy, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
guy.
Yeah, the Ak guy. That's such a goofball of a thing, but damn, it's actually a cool.
But the Ak guy in Thunderbolt actually looks pretty cool with its, you know.
Yeah, it's been modified.
It looks like much more intimidating and got a better proportion. Yeah.
Although, the Ak guy, it's just too cute. And dude, this is awesome. I mean, this gave me a chuckle when I saw this the first time. Actually, the first few times I saw this. This is one of our BuildForce members, Nomi, and she posed this up, and it's just so cute. It's just it's got such a great little narrative to it.
Yeah, and then I think we both do this as well. Like while we're building the kit, like when it's half built or whatever, you know, we can start posing with it and just having fun with it and interacting with us, you know, and like she's like basically set up this scene where it's like the Exia Gundam's kind of pointing at itself saying, "Oh, is this me?" It's like, yeah, that's you, Exia.
Which brings me to this thing. When you build your kit, because you know, like the manual says, start here, start there, do this, whatever. But I often like to build the chest first, and then I build the head. That's something I like to do, and then I like to build the waist, because the waist on a lot of the real grade or HG, that's where the connector piece is for the base. So then I can pop it on the base, and I can have it like sitting there, like looking at me. Yeah, so that's something I enjoy doing.
Yeah, something I like to do. My order is like, I like to build the head, like basically from the top, like head, body, waist, legs, then back to the arms. So because once I have the legs, then it can start standing, and then I build the arms afterwards, then the backpack and the weapons and all that. So I sometimes like to like jump around the menu as well, because
that's really totally me. Me, yeah. Also sometimes and I've sort of been doing this lately just because of things, but the thing being that sometimes you run out of steam when you finish building the kit and you like the weapons and you're like, So I've been trying to sort of do this thing where I at least clip out the weapons initially and get them as cleaned up as possible. Sort of snap them together a little bit so that they're kind of out of my way. And then I'll give them a little bit more attention later, but it's so much easier to do it that way for me specifically, than to get all the way through the kit and then get the gun and it'd be like bazooka.
It's kind of like having your like veggies first, then your main course.
Pixel Ogre is assaulting us with this cute little Nutchin build. I think he's one of the two guys that got these kits from us.
Yeah. And I loved he kit bashed with the next mission's kneecap, I think, to put it on the shoulders. Yeah.
Which is so cool. I mean, dude, I had to double take because I was like,
because the color is the color is the same.
That's random. I suppose we could speculate for hours on if that was actually intended or not, but yeah, it's a great little kit. Guys, check out how well these little Nutchin kits actually just snap together. They're so good. I mean, it's a kit that is, if you look at the video feed, I mean, it's the size of this like plug of a typical South African
it's tiny
plug.
Yeah.
It's tiny, you know, but it's just so robust. And then we got Ebola Zaire, who has painted up his. Ooh, dude, this is so cool. I love this. I love this.
Yeah, I love the little weathering and chipping on it. It's very controlled and not uniformal. Like this, it's not. You don't see chipping everywhere. You know, it's chipping where it makes sense, and your eyes get drawn to. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, like I love it here as well, and I might get a bit deep here now. But I love like how this section here is like quite heavily like affected, whereas this side isn't so much. And I love this. I love the story that this tells here. Like he got banged on the head. It's kind of the same as like if we get punched and you get like your eyebrow gets cut. You know, your brow gets cut, and it kind of reminds me of that. Like he's like a little scrapping, like little fighting dude. And I love that. And I also love the gradation in the color and the wear. It's just very cool. And
he's applying. Yeah, he's applying a lot of his miniature painting, Warhammer painting skills into this as well. Yeah, it's great.
Which is great, and and I love how he's not trying to make it look super realistic, you know, because it looks more realistic for him doing it this way than it would if he was trying to make it super realistic. And that maybe, you know, hopefully guys take that away from this video. It's like, don't try to make it realistic, try to make it believable, try to tell a story, you know. So, and here we go. Here we have Ant on this incredible mission of building a very old kit from Bandai. How old? 1990. That's how old this kit is.
19 foot tech.
19 foot tech.
That's as we South Africans like to call it.
Exactly, man. I mean, when I think of the last decade, I'm always thinking of the 80s. But I mean, like, how far are we now? That like not the 90s isn't like, even like the last
30 years. So yeah, this kit is the Pat Labor kit. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, with the armor, with the jacket, the flak jacket, and also and he starts getting into the silver. So guys, this isn't like a normal kit. These old kits really have a lot of seams. So there is a seam that runs down here, if memory serves. And Anthony has done a really great job of disguising that, of taking that away. I don't think if I hadn't pointed it out, I don't think most guys would have noticed it. And he's also been doing like small mods here and there to make it look cool, to get it to work for him, you know, for posability and stuff. So that's impressive. I think even these are cut out, if memory serves. So
maybe.
Nice, Anthony. Like that's what you guys. That's what I feel model builders should be doing. It's like if you have an old kit like this, and you're not maybe too precious about it, take some time and be precious about it, and do try to push yourself, you know, and cut into it a bit and get there. And then, Dr. Nenji-stein, you know, like Frankenstein, Nenji-stein. And you'll see why, because look at him Frankensteining all of these.
He's making his whole entire mech from like quite a bit of 30 minutes missions parts, and also military kits like a helicopter and all that,
Yeah, it's got this Apache that has just been cannibalized. And I love it though. It's so cool to see this. It's been, I mean, small spoilers for the later part of the episode. He's done quite a lot of work on this since from the beginning of this episode to the end of this episode. He's done a lot of work. But it has been exciting to see this grow into something. And it's cool use of parts, man. Like, you know, I love all of the voodoo that's done here. Like this wire or something that's in here just to hold things together. There's like, he's making no excuses. He's just like, make it work. And that's what scratch building is. It's brute forcing things into, you know, finesse them. But guys, like, this is how 30-minute missions came to be. Okay, 30-minute missions back in the 80s was a collection of like model planes and stuff from World War II and tanks and parts of car model kits and toys and whatever smooshed together to make the Maschinenkrieger mecha, and then they built their molds and things off that, and they made them a legit model kit. So yeah, cool. Then Lionel, as I suppose we're gonna swish past that quickly. He's got a cool 3D model that he's working on. Then Natas wanted to show us his progress on his Barbatos. Jeff, I'm gonna let you take it away.
Yeah, I believe he hand painted this with Tamiya acrylic paints, I think.
Hand painted, hey?
I think I'm correct on that.
Correct.
Yeah. Not us again. You can correct us if we were wrong, but yeah, I do recall seeing his photos later on when it's completed. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, good progress.
This is the Lupus Rex, not available yet.
Lupus. The Lupus Rex is the.
Oh yeah, the Lupus Rex has got a really big forearm. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. Yeah, this is the.
Becomes
Lupus.
like a gorilla.
Yeah, and this is the 1/100 kit. This is not the master grade.
No, this is the HG, the scale 12144.
This is the 1/144.
You can see from the hand.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Dude, I'm not trying to flex you or whatever. I just thought it was the 1/100.
And you can see the action base. It's an action base too, so it's a small.
Yeah, I'm like such a moron. Because on mine, I know that I don't remember mine having that, and I know why. Because I drove myself crazy trying to fix those seams. So like no judgment here, dude. Those seams are rough, but the paint job, stunning. To have this kind of cherry paint job from hand painting. Oof. It's not easy, that. Patience. And here's more of Ninja Stein's, you know, Frankenstein's monster kit bashing going on here. It's looking so cool. I love this shot. This is cool. You can get like a real feel of everything.
It's coming together nicely.
And I'm gonna get into more. It's like, you taking a photo of me, Daddy? Taking a photo? There we go, sorry. Side shot.
It's got a tail. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's very cool, man. Like, and here's the top. It's cool to start seeing some of this kibble now coming together. Like this backpack piece. I think it's a backpack piece being popped on here and coming into that. So what's really great about like 30-minute missions, kits, and mecha kits in general is how comfortably they marry with each other.
Well, it's especially the 30 minutes missions, you know, because it's designed under this whole one family. So, you know, they kind of coexist much better. Yeah, the design language and all that is. Yeah. So
here's
maybe it's more coherent design. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
There we go. That's it.
There you go. Some decals. Sweet.
Yay! And some weathering, some panel lining and stuff going on here. Dude, the belly of this jet just looks amazing. When you get to the top, oof. But I loved seeing this. This is a fantastic build. Look at this. It's so sexy. Like, it just shows you, like, if you guys quickly fast forward to the... Did I just say fast forward?
Rewind.
To the beginning of the video. When you see this just in its base colors, and you can just see like how much of a difference it makes to some of these.
The panel lining is like really brings it out, and I can see it's very subtle weathering from the panel lines,
I also love the mesh here because this is like moisture collects here and it does this, and there's less. Oh, it's amazing. Like this is such a building model planes and getting the weathering right is an art form.
Yeah, because it drags backwards, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, there's a lot of stuff that you would guess this is how it works, but when you actually look at real photographs of these jets, or if you have the privilege of being on one of them and you see how stuff moves on the canopy and on the fuselage, if you can actually see that far out of the cockpit. But if you watch footage and you watch aerial footage of this stuff and you see how the aerodynamics works and how moisture moves on these planes, it doesn't necessarily always move the way you think it does. So it requires a lot of research and a lot of understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the benefit of having known a few people that have flown those things. So, not that one in particular. Actually, I must ask. Anyway, Anthony is like, nope, I'm doing more to this kit. So, here's some progress on that.
When I first saw the silver, I thought that was the color that I was gonna stick with, but then like Enrico just painted green over it. But yeah, we'll see some more work in progress. It's like, okay, it's taking another step in a different direction. He's doing some masking, camouflage. Sure.
All the effort, dude.
There's shots of it later of all the masking, like hand cut. It's like, oh my god, that's so much, so much effort.
So much effort. But hey, that's the fun, right? I mean, it's getting into that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that takes a lot of patience.
Yeah. So there's like a tool that's out there in the world of all the tunnies, the ladies who like to do craft work, who like to do scrapbooking and things. They've got this secret weapon that Jeff and I want to show you some cool techniques with. That's going to help you make these cool camouflage patterns in like half the time. Not even half the time, less than half the time. But we don't want to spoil it now. But it like, Jeff, I feel you. When I see that, I'm like, it's a lot of effort. But it's not like I don't want to do camo. So I'm like, yeah. But anyway, more of what Ant's doing here. This is cool, man. Look at this. Like, all the stuff. Oh, then, just let's just throw in some of your Space Battleship Yamato or Star Blazer stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I love these. And
these kits are tiny, so it's a lot of good work.
They're like the size of G.I. Joes. Hello. They are tiny, but they're beautiful. And Anthony, I think you nailed these guys. Hey, you really shoot these out of the park, or hit these out of the park, should I say? Shoot them out of the park. That's a bit violent. Look at this little
planes.
Yeah, man. This little flight deck. It's very cool. Very, very cool. And the photography, I think, is on point. I really like how these shots are done. Guys, please, when you take model shots and you want to really show off your kit, it doesn't take a lot of effort. Just get yourself a nice A4 piece of paper, slope it behind, and cell phones have so much technology built into them to actually fake a lot of really good camera technique that you just really have to point and shoot.
I feel the biggest thing is fill your frame. Like, don't be afraid to get in close, crop. Like, you don't have to be like precious and just trying to fit in everything in the frame as well. Like, you can crop out the arm or the leg. You can get in really close, and
draw me like one of your French girls.
Show all
like,
those details.
Get it in there. Yeah. No, that's cool. And sorry, we just got a lot of these, so I just want to move through them with some speed.
Yeah.
But cool. What I really like about these photos is just how they feel like they have this vibe about them, like they feel like they were shot. And Anthony, this is actually a compliment, by the way, in case it's taken the wrong way. I like how these feel like they were shot in the 80s. They've got this like, especially this one, it's got this like retro feeling to it. It's just so cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the what it is.
Is it the pre-shading or what?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything that's going on here. It's like the backdrop and the way it's kind of spotty, and then the heavy light. You see this heavy light in the shot here. Well, should I say it's there? He's got a dual light set up here, but it's just the way it's lit this up, and just the design of the stand, and the way that he's done some of the weathering and everything about it just, it has that like really cool 80s feel, that like 80s, you know, sci-fi catalog feel that I really like. And this
is from his son.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like this magical piece of modeling skill here is from a little guy that is, how old again, Jeff? How old is
I can't remember. I think 8 or 9, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But this is, and then this was his first tank, I think.
that is mad skills right there. Okay, like Dad, from what we understand, Dad showed him the technique, and he,
And then just,
you know, he did it. The little guy did it.
Yeah.
And we did feature some of this stuff on our
Instagram
It's
and
just,
social posts and stuff. Yeah.
it's just always cool. Love this. So, you know, you guys have no excuse out there. You know, you can go and do some weathering. You know, little guys are doing it.
But again,
This
you know,
is a
it's
cool stuff, by the way.
everybody goes at their own pace, you know. There's people who want to just paint very easy or don't paint at all or whatever. Just do it the way that you enjoy it, you know. It's a hobby at the end of the day.
Exactly, man. I think I'm just that way because sometimes I look back at my model building as a kid and I'm like, I wish I'd taken more risks, you know. Here's Ninja Stein's robot again. The mad scientist is again.
We probably can't go through every single image, otherwise we're going to be here for hours.
Yeah, because he's posted some cool ones. Actually, just want to quickly, just want to focus on this one quickly. There's a pilot in there now. There's a dude in there.
Oh, cool.
I dig that, and it's given it a scale now as well, which is cool. Anyway, let's go through here. Loud Lungs is doing some paint tests. I love this. This is so ghetto, but it works so well. Guys, if you don't have
whatever
anything,
it works.
It works. Natas, I hope that you don't get cross with us showing off your paint schemes, but he's got some ideas. He's got some paint scheme ideas for what he wants to do with these kits, and he's inspired by Mortal Kombat. He's also got a Sub-Zero version of that.
Well,
cool, man.
You know, they go hand in hand, Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yeah, totally, man. And my thing is like, it's actually really good that he's taking color schemes from something that is already successful, because then you don't have to overthink it. You can be like, hey, you know, I don't want to build the stock colors, but I do want to build in my own colors. Let me look into pop culture and see what really works. Because you guys got to remember those color schemes on these things. It's not like somebody goes, oh, we'll just make. Okay, actually, in the case of Mortal Kombat, it is a little like that. Let's be fair. But most of the time, a color scheme is very heavily considered. It's like, oh yeah, we want this to work, and there's lots of thinking about where colors go, you know, and all that stuff. I mean, if you guys are designers or artists or illustrators, you know what we're talking about. But if you guys aren't, what I'm basically trying to say is if you do go and look at like Scorpion or Sub-Zero or an anime character and you use their color scheme or their colorway in your Gundam kit, you know you are borrowing from a heavily considered and well thought out color scheme, and that's only going to just serve you to copy those schemes. It's going to make you better at it. So here's some progress for Ant Rico, and I think we're going to save some of these for a little bit later when we have a final build for him. Loud Lungs is showing off some strike there.
RG strike. Yeah.
Now there's this guy that's like building. There's this guy that's like building a unicorn, and he just had to point out that there was actually a mold error on the Bandai kit. Yeah, it does happen. So now he's had to go through the whole effort of putting styrene there. So he's gonna get into that. Screech practicing his airbrush skills, digging it. Yeah, man. This is really, really cool. I can't remember. Are you using G-Paint or not?
Yeah, he's using the Zaku Green G-Paint.
Yeah, because like this first spoon, I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. Like just to have that kind of gloss finish. Just, I assume one was your first one and you nailed it. Like damn.
Well, then it's G-Paint makes it really easy to use, huh?
Exactly.
I love this, color scheme from Pixel Ogre.
It's so cool. I love it.
It's cyberpunk, but also got a military. It's like a fusion, of the neon cyberpunk feel with like the military, the desaturated brown, and it's a great it's so odd to see those two married together, but it's a
I mean,
really unique combination.
I totally love this kind of world of color, this kind of stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love messing those kind of things together. Personally, Lungs has got some priming done. Nice dude. He's taking it to the next level. Yep, that's where it goes. This is such a cute shot. This is so neat. I love this.
Evie's hanging out with a corgi.
Oh, and corgis are such cool dogs. And then, just to prove that he's the ultimate Pokemon's fan. I love the Pokemons.
The special edition Pokemon Switch.
Ooh, I really. No, I'm joking. Oh, here we go. I have to show you guys this. Check how cool this is. This awesome tiger decal.
Is it a tiger?
Yeah, it's a tiger.
What decal is it? Tiger. Okay.
I have no idea where it's from. I know that I want one. But I think
maybe just like a military kit, like a tank or something.
Definitely. He's got a scorecard on the side here as well, which is cool. Nice gloss codes. Yeah, it's coming together, and switch past those. Switch past those.
Leo got some 3D prints going
on. Ninja just showing off some of his other kit bashes with 30-minute missions and stuff. So yeah, guys, these 30-minute missions kits are actually so cool for this kind of stuff. Don't want to linger on this too long.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Lego in a model kit form, like the bionics. And there you go.
Lungs is getting real now. There's some actual paint on his kits, so
yeah,
nice. Taking it to that next level. Ebola Zaire. Oh, here we go, guys. Now you can see what he's done. So with his special super mini painting skills, he's got the little Mika. It is, why do I keep calling him?
Yeah, Mika. Yeah, it's Mika.
Mika, yeah. And the panel lining is in, the stickers are up, and that's an unpainted kit, ladies and gentlemen. So,
well,
mistaken?
There's partial detail painting, but yeah, mostly it's unpainted. Yeah.
And that is rad. And then just this another one here, nice little dramatic.
Nice pose. And that guy's.
Find out from him if he did a clear coat. If he did like a flat, it looks like he did a flat coat.
It looks like a matte coat.
Yeah, like a flat coat. Yeah. And then just another cool. I'm gonna shoot the dude behind you. Just duck up with the photograph.
Yeah. Great thing when it comes to taking photographs of Gunpla is go low and shoot upwards.
Scale.
Yeah.
Scale. It makes it bigger. And here's Natus's
finished his lupus.
Yeah. Nice.
Natus lupus. Yeah, nice painting job there. Yeah.
And it's cool how it works with the camera as well. Like seeing the light hit the candy parts. Gives it. This is also a rad pose as well. So well done on that one, dude. You know me, I'm all about that.
Looking forward to more of your painted builds. Oh and
now it's starting to take shape. Let's grab this shot. Yeah, he's definitely pushed down that gloss. It's looking cool. And I just want to skip past those quickly. There's some head action going on.
Hopefully we'll see more progress from Leo. These 3D prints.
Yeah, we obviously, guys, if we're not showing it, it's because we're not showing it for a reason. It's not because we don't like Leo or something. It's just that we don't want to take away from his stuff. Guys, I'm called Mr. Asnable on the Discord, or I've called myself Mr. Asnable on the Discord, and there's a reason why. It's because I love Shah and I love Zeonic units, especially Shah's units. And this one, when I saw this, I was like, yes, Maester Raimi, show me more
representation.
Yes, represent. And then here's the real grade unicorn that he's building. Also really cool, man. Love seeing all the stickers and stuff. This is really such a great kit. For a real grade especially, it doesn't have a lot of the irritating things that a lot of earlier real grades tend to have. I feel like Unicorn, the Mark II, the Unicorn, they were big turning points in this. And he's working on that dude, so that looks
Beyond
like a
Global.
Yeah. And then more of Ant stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
is it finished?
here we
Yeah,
go.
it's finished. Yay!
Yeah, so there's the new one compared to an older one he did, and yeah, he's done there's a lot of cool stuff on the newer one, hey, and like, great job, dude. Like, I really like how you've done this chest section. The chest and the head is my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Jeff, sorry man, I've been talking the whole time and I'm letting
No. So yeah, he's he's an older one, I think. It's also inspired by like a Giant PD color scheme, I think. Kind of. But yeah, it's really cool to see them together.
Yeah.
Sure. And then these kits, their proportions, man, it shows off how far Bandai has come, eh?
Well, it's worlds apart. I'm not going to show off Ninja Stein's squad here. Oh, okay, I am. There we go. The Ninja squad.
His kit bashing squad.
Here. So, because of the nature of the internet and stuff, we got some pictures of Anthony's kits and stuff like that we don't want to show you. So we are going to go past, but it is very cool to see the whole family getting into the hobby. So, yeah. And then Ebola Zaire went and dug out this ancient master grade.
Yeah, I think he bought it off from a friend or something. There's a bunch of old kits lying around there.
Oh man, gun cannon is cool. I like gun cannon. I know a lot of people don't like gun cannon. I like gun cannon. I really love the HG gun cannon. And then so we've got some painting progress here. Ooh, Zero Wing. Dude, I know we've spoken about his stuff quite a lot. But here
I believe this is the finished piece. Yeah, he's got his vignette with the actual kit, and then the little Ray, that little drone unit. Yeah.
Over there.
Cute.
This is just stunning. I mean, I think Jeff and I really said everything we needed to say. I think the one thing that we will add to it is this great composition here on the base. Obviously, I mean, that's just me like admiring what you've done here. I really like the composition, and I love the color schemes, and I like how you pulled off the base here. I think it's really stunning. And
I feel we can say this is probably the first painted 30 minutes missions kit in South Africa. I feel that's.
I think that's a fair enough brag.
Yeah.
I think we can. Yeah. This, however, I just have to show it off again. I love this. This is just great. So yeah, well done there, dude. This is just stunning. And I really love this tank. And it's just there's a lot to learn from this. I hope our fellow BuildForce members have actually maybe saved this image
and seen this piece. Like I really hope, and hopefully he'll get some more 3 minutes missions kits in future and make a nice battle diorama.
Yeah. So
here's Justin with these loud lungs.
Yeah.
With these painted builds.
Yeah, so he's got the unpainted parts and the painted parts.
And apparently he's just going to leave it at that. Basically, this was just him testing or practicing painting,
All the way, dude. Awesome. Comment writer. Then we got... Yeah, okay, so these are just some shots from Loud Lungs' stream of building his Strike Freedom. Yes.
Yeah, MG Strike Freedom.
And just really digging that kit, and there's a lot to dig. Ninja Stein being a mad scientist
playing around with the tail idea,
Ooh, this is worth mentioning. Sorry, just a little bit of plate work here on this little tank notchin. Just there, already with the
enhances the detail. Like they're adding some more armor plating, basically.
So rad. And once again, I don't want to say this is easy to do, but I'm also going to say this, it's not hard to do that. It really isn't super difficult. And guys, it goes a long way,
Yeah, it's not hard to do it, but it's not easy to pull off, pull it off well.
But you have to start. You have to start somewhere and start super small, do little things here and there. Here we got a Supra, Toyota Supra built by Ant. Very nice.
And Rico is very diverse with these builds.
Yeah, he builds all the things. Yeah.
Sure, man. There's so many decals on that.
I love this. But Tamiya decals are actually quite thin, so they're quite easy to work with, to be fair. They work very nice.
But I feel so afraid with those big decals. It's like you gotta be very like the alignment. It's like for me, like I've only dealt with like mostly small caution marking decals, and those are easy. They small and just shift them around if you want to reposition it. But when it comes to a huge decal like that, I just feel like you want to make sure you get it right. There's no wrinkling. It's like it's much more challenging to work with a much larger decal now.
Well, I want to actually
great.
point out, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like those decals are super, super tricky to do. They're super challenging. What I want to point out, actually, for having built a few cars in my time, quite a lot actually, the tire decals are often the hardest to get off, to pull off convincingly, and to do. They are the most irritating to get in there, and I think Ant needs to be
because there's like around the tires there's lots of curved surfaces, so there's more risk to. But is it a dry transfer around the tires, or is it water slide decals, or is it different from different manufacturers?
It's different for different manufacturers. Most guys, I know Tamiya does wet transfers. I think Aoshima does a dry transfer. But I mean, I knew guys when I was doing this that they used to actually go and like cut out and actually mask that. So yeah, crazy. Oh, I have to share this. This is so cool. It's
Core
a
fighter.
painted core fighter by Ebola Zaire. Very straightforward, nothing too hectic, but just nice. I think most people who build Gundam kits don't paint their core fighters. Who build R78.
Well, most of the time the core fighter is not seen, it's either in the stomach.
Yeah, but Bandai goes through the effort of giving you those parts to actually, like, display one outside of the kit.
I think with is it more of the recent kits? I mean, recent as in like the last 10 or 15 years. They give you parts of like there's a fixed core fighter for the stomach, and then you can actually use the core fighter on display.
Correct, yeah. You can use either or in the stomach, but yeah, you can display the transformable one. These are just shots of my Geon quickly, where I've just done a clear coat to get it ready for decals, and it's in my little drying box. So this looks like super, super wet, because it is. I went heavy with the clear coat because I want to
just
have a nice...
make sure no silvering.
Yeah, that's just to make my
with
life
the decals,
easier. And it's in my dry box because I don't want like it to snow up when I was doing this, because there was a little bit of humidity, but I was like, you know what, let me go for it. And then there's just some like arbitrary shots of me. Just my girlfriend was like, yeah, I want to take photos of you airbrushing, so I'm like, cool. And then there's just some stuff of my
your
sniper that I'm doing here. So, and then just how he's looking. I mean, these photos, you can't see a lot of the detail that's going on because I just wanted to take the shot for the fun and giggles. These shoes, you guys can sort of see like what I've been doing there. So that's not it's masking, but it's not really masking. Well, it is masking. I'd masked underneath and then sprayed a very thin coat of paint over it to give it that like it has had that happen, over time. And what's cool is when I do the weathering stages,
it's like paint fading.
Yeah. And over time, when I do the weathering, it's gonna just give it that little bit of extra texture to make it more fun. Excitement with the masking, but like worth mentioning is my sandrock is on its way to being public. So
looking forward to it.
Yay! And then here's Jeff. He's finally gonna build his new Gundam. He's built a leg. Everybody celebrate. Oh man, what was going through your mind when you did this, Jeff? Seeing as I have you.
What, building a leg? Or what?
Yeah. Well, you're like, I'm gonna make it. This is
it's
hard.
Well, I just felt like really, it's been a while since I built an RG, so it felt really nice, It's just like, okay, let me display a leg.
No, that's cool, man. Like, and then this is just some progress of, once again, of my Zaku sniper. Just me doing like the sort of cracked paint, sort of mottled effect on the gun. That's going to be covered, of course, by the base color for the gun. And here's the reference. Oh, actually, can't believe I forgot to mention this. I did a scratch build on this where I brought in
Like you used the real wire.
real cable. Yeah, I used real wire. So I cut off the plastic wire that was there, and I've got this shot from Dalong to show.
Yeah,
you
I also used like real wire for my Zaku sniper.
Exactly, man. It's such
easy stuff to do.
actually so easy to do for this kit. You might as well do it. You know, if you
But it does require a drill though. So it's not like it is easy, but yeah, you do want to use
have the
tools.
Job.
Yeah, just
Also,
drilling.
Also for me, honestly, they use such a soft material for this wire that I just really got like annoyed with trying to sand it to get it right. It's just easier for me to do my own.
Yeah. For me, I just don't like how the plastic molded wire just looked a bit floaty. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's gravity affecting it. It just look too weightless.
This is just Jeff flexing. I mean, like legitimately, he's flexing the leg. He's bending the leg.
It's just kind of showing off the articulation on the new RG News legs.
With the sliding panel features.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool, man.
Yeah.
And wow, we still got so much.
More.
So cool pose here. Sorry, I had to like isolate this pose because it's really nice, guys. You must understand. It's taken, for those of you who don't know this, it's taken a long time for this hobby, for Bandai and for mecha model kits to get to a point where they can lean on one knee without leaning to the side, without there being a major imbalance.
I think the tipping point was when they introduced the Zaku version 2.0.
The 2.0.
And then that was like just over 10 years ago. Yeah,
that's like 2008 or something.
Yeah. So before then, you struggle a bit with kneeling poses. You kind of they kneel, but then like they're also leaning back, and then just the center of gravity is not there. But like ever since the Zaku version 2.0, not every single kit can do a kneeling pose, but like from then on, like a lot of the kits they can do proper better posing. Yeah, especially. Exactly. So yeah, that was a turning point for Master Grades. Yeah.
So Bolo Zaire would have apparently had this done already, but he's been playing Elden Ring. Don't worry, us too, buddy. That's mainly behavior. Just saying. And moving. And then we got Enrico, who is clearly the most prolific builder on the channel. Busy with this little. I actually don't know what plane this is exactly.
Sure, he just pumps out projects, working on multiple projects, and it's like, wow, man.
Got this other car going. This is this looks like a Ferrari GTO, and it's just going. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Thank you, internet. I know you'll correct me in the comments. We've got Spoof Lord.
Hey,
she's
another Barbatos.
High gear. Yeah, Barbatos Club, Barbatos. Yeah, Bobby gang. I feel
left out here. I need to get a Barbatos. I need to get an MG Barbatos sometime soon.
I feel like we have to cosplay a Barbatos for you. Just cut up some cardboard boxes and put you in. I'm a Barbatos.
Yeah, actually, back in my cosplay days, in the back of my head, it's I would love to cosplay a Zaku. Yeah.
Dude, I would love it if you cosplayed a Zaku.
And they have a servo or something, and just have the mono eye.
It sounds like a whole bunch of effort you can do.
Yeah, that's sounds like maybe when I retire or something, and I have the time to do that.
Or maybe you'll need a Zaku body to move you around. We don't know what the future's gonna hold for us. Here's that gun cannon all snapped up, and I think it's got a clear coat and maybe some paint. I can't tell from the shots, but I want to say it's painted, but I know with Master Grade sometimes it's difficult, because if you put a flat coat over just the plastic of a Master Grade, you get a beautiful kit anyway. So, oh dude, gun cannon. There needs to be a version 2 of gun cannon somewhere out there. There's people that want this other than myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through this. More into builds. We've got some Woden pods happening here. This is an old pod, old build, but it's really cool.
Actually, can we go back after this picture?
Something you wanted to see.
Yeah, I saw. What's it? Phantom. Okay, Spook Lord. She finished her Barbatos there.
Oh, is
Yeah,
this
that's
the
great.
final shot?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought her final shot was.
Well, I think it's not the final shot. She's still. It's the kit itself is finished, but the decals she hasn't applied yet. I actually just saw this week. She posted on her own social media with the decals applied and all that. So yeah, really cool.
Wow. Jeez, don't hold back.
Not bad for your first Gunpla kit, hey? And
Yeah,
she just
and it's a master
jumps.
grade, no fault.
Yeah, she just jumps straight into the master grade. And then this is from what's it? Phantom. What's what's the
Wizard.
name? Phantom Wizard. Yeah, and then he said he started a few months. I think he said 6 months ago or something, and he's already got quite a collection already. And then these are not like the average kits. There's some like real gems here. Like there's the HG Nightingale, the MG Eclipse. You know, so those are quite recent, and then they're quite popular as well.
Master grade Dynamis.
Yeah, it's basically all the really good kits. He's got them here. You know, the MG Freedom 2.0. Yeah, Wing.
Oh, that's a cool one, man.
Awesome stuff.
And then I just want to like this Woden pod, dude. I love the white panel lining and the sort of this kind of greeny.
It's very cyber feeling.
I love it, and it should be like that in my opinion. I think it's so cool. And I like this, the red edging for these for here. I like that very much. I think that's
well in the source material, like in the anime. Like I know the anime's Woden pod is not this color scheme, but you know around the guns they had those red edgings, didn't they? I remember.
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, sorry, man.
But yeah, this is such a unique Gunpla. And Dean also got a Woden pod as well, and then I love this shot. It's like you know, it's holding our our sticker.
Oh, sticker. And there's Keroro keeping an eye on him. Very cool.
Yeah, this Woden pod is such a unique, model kit.
I dig it. I actually kicked myself for not getting them when they came out initially. This is that other guy in Gunpla SA, that Jeff guy.
Yeah, I was trying to pull off that pose that they have for the statue, where the hand is a bit awkward. It's like it doesn't know what to do with the hand. It's like it's reaching out,
your
not
head,
really.
If only you were giants. Yeah, have you seen that that's coming out as a real grade?
Yeah, but it's exclusive, so we don't need to talk about it.
Well, I must be honest. Like, if there's somebody watching this episode right now, please put in the comments if you are desperate for one of those, because I think out of everybody I know, and I am assuming most people on the BuildForce are not that excited about it. But
well, it's like you can't really get it, and it's only available in one. It's only available in one store, like physical store. It's only available in that shopping mall's Gundam base, in that shopping mall where that's new. Yeah, so you can't even get it in Japan anywhere else in Japan. It's only exclusive to that one store. But scalpers will purchase that.
I wonder
thing,
how they're gonna stop that. Yeah, because I imagine you're probably gonna have to go there and put in the form, and then.
I don't know.
I mean, we're being silly now, but yeah.
You'll find it on Amazon and eBay and all these other online stores somewhere. That's you'll see scalpers reselling that thing.
Which is cool for the people who I hate to say, but it is kind of cool for the people who are desperate for that kit.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there who really want that kit, and
just hope. Just hope
in this time. It's not like
just hope the scalpers are not like ripping people off too badly. But we know scalpers. They'll like mark it up 3 times at least.
Or rather, we don't know scalpers.
Yeah, cool. I really love this painted build of the Byakuchi from Dr. Ninja-stan. It's such a refreshing color scheme.
The what? Say that again. The
Byakuchi.
Like
it's Byakuchi.
From
Kyoka Senki.
No.
Yeah.
Wow,
like I couldn't. I had to do a double take. It's like, wait, what model kit is this? Because like this color scheme is like, it's very unlike Kyoka Senki's color scheme.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Amazing. Yeah. Hopefully Jeff flashes an image up there-ish. The picture of the Kyokai Senki for you guys to see.
Damn it. More video editing to look for these photos. But yeah,
But
that's
I
small
love these
work.
colors. They're so cool, man. They're so like, they're so energetic. This is
Speaking
me
about
just
color
playing-
scheme,
Yeah, this is me just coming up with some color schemes for my unicorn. Obviously, this is like very much stock. I'm going for like just small subtle off grays. But then I just wanted to also have a base so I could start playing up with some other ideas, some other color scheme ideas, and getting into it. I even went quite crazy. Well, crazy. Gave it a bit more of this color scheme, like the kind of what is it? More of a, I don't want to say
Violet?
fuchsia, violet, lavender, violet, and lavender kind of scheme. Which, I like, I've said this before with the weathering, but I do have a bit of a story for why these colors would be there, and that's cool for me. The story can be like the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
But have a story for why you have those.
personally, I love the second one, the dark color scheme the most. Yeah.
This one, the black unicorn. Well,
And what I like about like you kept the frame as is, with the subtle gradient is like if you went with the third color scheme, you probably have to paint it as a solid color, right, for the cycle frame. And it's such a the clear cycle frame is such a it refracts light, so it's I prefer that. I think is it's for unicorn. It's almost like that's kind of its key feature. It's like the clear cycle frame.
Yeah, it is one of them, definitely.
Yeah, actually, Dr. Ninja Stun, actually, if you scroll up a little bit,
Oh, this one, yeah.
yeah, he painted his unicorn as well. Similar, like he pointed out, like, hey, your color scheme that you've done in Photoshop is like something similar to what he has done.
Yeah, which is pretty cool actually, because I think it's just that we're so used to seeing the unicorn in white that we just want it to be another color.
Yeah.
In fact, I even refreshed my color scheme just a little bit, just to make sure that it was a little bit like dark blue as opposed to like black. Because this one was too blue, like I felt it was too energetic, and then here it was just a little bit, leans more into the purples and things. And this is without the line art, so that we can just see the blobs of color.
Yeah.
Natas got his test dummies up for
painting
for
and
spraying
customization.
painting
Yeah.
and customizing.
I think
love these little flags.
Yeah, so all of these 4 kits are all entry grades, and I believe he bought these entry grades to practice his scribing. So entry grades is a great platform to spend cheap and not to be too precious about the model kits, because when you spend like quite a bit of money on these model kits, then you kind of like hold yourself back when you want to experiment with like new techniques such as painting or scribing and customization and all that. So for him, it's like he can go a bit wild because he spent like $250 on these each of these kits, so it's not a lot of money. Yeah, so looking forward to what you do with them. Yeah,
Which is also nice. I mean, aside from these kits just being entry grade, they are test grade. That's a test grade for us. Oh, dude, this build. I love this build. This is the cup noodle.
Yeah, and then he's got some really nice work in progress photos later. Yeah, so cool.
And this is by Ebola Zaire, by the way. So I don't want to go into too much of that, but we do want to remind people, just note that assembling the kit in 3 minutes may be difficult.
Yeah, because the whole cup noodle is like you just cook it for 3 minutes. So Bandai they're playing on this 3 minutes thing, even with the manual.
It's so clever.
Yeah,
it's so nice to see Bandai doing stuff like that. It's really great.
Just having fun. Yeah, having fun with it.
And then just to give you guys an example, I mean, I'm not going to show every one of them, but like just to show you, I think these are all like little pieces that you slot in there.
No, it's one big yellow piece that the white piece goes over it. So it's all like it's part separation. Yeah, it's not him painting those yellow pieces. Yeah,
it's all part separation.
Like Bandai does a lot of extra effort into this quirky kit. It's not. Yeah, it's not something they needed to do, but they just went that extra effort of. Yeah, yeah, they're very extra.
Because no, they are extra, but in a good way, which is cool. Sometimes sometimes they're not extra enough, in my opinion. This is actually quite a cool little fix. So this little strike Gundam, the one part of the antenna broke on, the V-fin broke off, and this is actually quite a good fix. So you know, I think this was very nicely handled. So I just wanted to show that off.
What did Dean do? He just used cement, or
yeah, I just used some modeling
putty or something.
Putty, purple craft glue actually.
Okay,
It worked for him,
right.
so.
Okay.
And then yeah,
Christy.
Yeah, the big nutchin.
So he wanted to get the small nutchins that we had with our last stock, but then this time we bought the big nutchins from Yakotabukia. So yeah, he got that, and also he got the what's it? The Tachikoma. Yeah, it's really cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I love these tank nutchins. Yo, the big one's actually very cool. It's so cool.
It's so posable. Jeff, I think you wanted to build one of these, hey?
Yeah, but you know,
memory serves. Yeah.
Once I clear some of my backlog, I don't want to create a backlog mountain.
And here's Exoria showing us some of their kits that they've got in their collection. And guys, we are getting to that point where we are getting to the end of the episode.
Yeah, so we might just so we'll just continue next time.
Yeah, so I think
let's just see where we want to cut off
on this moon. Yeah, so guys, I want to talk about this for 2 seconds. This is the Moon Gundam. This came out of nowhere when it was originally released. It is kind of a popular kit. It's difficult to get hold of, but as soon as we can, we're going to totally bring more of these in.
Yeah.
I love this kit. This is not a master grade. This is actually an HG kit.
Yeah.
And it's just, I was so excited to see this again when I saw this on the channel. And it's so nice to see somebody in the BuildForce has built one of these from when they came out. It's just really, really cool.
Yeah, so what's the great thing about the Moon Gundam, the high grade kit, is that even though it's a high grade, I think it was one of the first high grades that they pushed so much molded detail, like surface detail. So you know, if you don't know like this kit, you would almost think, oh, is this a real grade? Because it's got so much surface detail. And actually for high grade it's actually pretty tall. I think it's like the same height as a new Gundam, I think, or slightly higher.
It's the
and
it's the
so it's quite tall for high grade. And then the funnels on its back, like in the shape of a crescent moon, that adds to the bulk and height even more, you know. So
it's a cool kit. So that's let's leave it on this awesome Moon Gundam because otherwise we're gonna fall into this dark.
Okay. I think we gotta finish off with the noodles though, because we talked about Ebola. Yeah, let's finish with the noodles.
That's Loudlung's finished Strike Freedom.
Yeah. So what I do want to see, Loudlungs, is you take more photos, you know, with your NG Strike Freedom. You know, like more stage photos, because you know. It's a great photo that you have here, but it does need more justice. Like, you know, just the kit itself with no distracted crown. You know, take lots of photos with it, and we want to see. But let's do this last feature for this podcast. It's Ebola Zaire's cup noodle.
Yeah. So guys, this is so rad. Okay. This is I'm guessing it's a gold pen for this that he's used. And it's so cool. Like,
so
even though
basically
before the wipe,
so basically what happens is like it's not he knows how to write Japanese in a perfect, like, you know, steady hand and perfect line and all that stuff. No, it's Bandai actually molding the letters. Like it's a indent on the actual model kit. So what he does here, he just like fills it with gold paint, and you can see on some of the lines like there's a bit of a blob where he like goes out the line, but that's fine. And I think in his next shot he cleans it up. He just sands the surface. And that shot above, Bandai actually give you stickers. So if you don't know how to paint, that's fine. You can use stickers, but you know, again, it doesn't take too much effort. You just, you know, like what Ebola Zaire has done, he just fills the grooves with paint and he just sands it away.
No, it's a panel wash with sanding. And it's so cool, man. It's like
so cool. Like, again,
detail. look at this. This is how it
Again,
is before the goal.
this is so extra. Like Bandai doesn't need to actually, because they had to create a mold that actually has all the letters. Obviously, it's all like created by a machine, but still.
But
like
on the cup, but on the actual cup noodles themselves, they're also embossed. Like I don't know if you remember that, Jeff. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it embossed? Because it's just a piece of paper. Isn't it printed on the paper?
No, it's polystyrene, dude. Those cups are polystyrene.
Oh,
so
yes.
it's embossed into the polystyrene. Yeah.
Can it emboss that? Can it emboss that much detail though? Huh.
Yeah. So
anyway, I think.
So the molds are like, there.
Yeah, but I was thinking if another model kit manufacturer was going to make this cup noodle kit, they'll probably just give you water slide decals. So the fact that Bandai went through this much effort, and the fact that Bandai went through this effort of like embossing, into the mold, it's like super extra. Yeah.
Although I must say, speaking now, I wonder if they still do the embossing for that. But I know when I used to get like quite a bit of cup noodle stuff, spicy seafood flavor is my favorite, by the way. They used to put it used to be embossed. I remember like being like such a weeb because I was like all of like 12 years old or 13 years old when I encountered this. And I was like, wow, Japan is amazing. They even etch all of this stuff in. That's why it like sticks even the cup noodle logo is like etched in.
So I've never paid attention to these, but now that you mention all of this, I'm gonna like look out in the shops, like in Chinese supermarkets or something, just to see if I can, or like Japanese markets, whatever, like see if I can find like a cup noodle or something.
And just remember to bring your friend Paul the spicy seafood flavor.
Okay,
cool, man.
Cool.
So let's end it on this then, which is my Ultraman pre-build, and
looking so cool.
Hopefully. Right, it's such a cool toy. It's got such a cool vibe, but I want to save all of that for the next episode because hopefully by the next episode I've actually painted it up. And because it's not a difficult kit, it's got some very basic seams and things, but I want to save all of this for an actual video where I go into the detail.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's really irritating, I'll warn anybody now, if you like a little bit OCD like I am with doing this, there's a little bit of plastic material here in the fingers, so you do have to get in there.
Cut it off.
Cut it off. If you it doesn't bug some people, it just bugs me. So cool, guys. But this is this has been episode
6.
Or that if you just, I don't know. And we've got some Q&A stuff to look forward to in episode 7, and more of this madness and the book.
There's still so much we need to catch up, so we might need to do another podcast maybe next week. We'll see how it goes.
Probably.
But
So cool, guys.
But
listen to
good
all
work, guys.
That have been, like that's the thing. To all of you guys that have been posting stuff on the Discord and showing us your builds, thank you so much. It's cool to see that you're having fun and that you're enjoying it. To everybody that's gotten this far in the video, thank you so much for your support and for checking out our videos and for enjoying our content, because clearly you do if you've gotten this far, or you're just skipping through, either way, whatever. But thank you guys, we really appreciate that. We appreciate that we are now like 1,000. How many? Oh, we got 100 subscribers now.
Over 100. 115 at the moment.
115, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, like,
it's a good milestone.
And we're not big on this like subscriber numbers and stuff, but it was just nice to see that there's 100 of you that want to be reminded about our videos. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the support. And Jeff, thank you for being awesome, my dude.
Oh man, same to you. Yeah, and it's always so fun to like go through all these things, the podcast. I mean, not podcast, to go through the work in progress of our build, with you, having a chat. Because obviously we engage in the Discord and we type, but it's always so nice to look at it again for the podcast. Then we can really like express our excitement with actual audible words and body language.
Real words, not just typing. And also to the BuildForce guys, if you feel that like Jeff and I maybe don't comment on your stuff a lot, it is actually because we're saving a lot of those thoughts for these podcasts. Okay, so I mean, yes, we will see something and go, wow, that's amazing, and whatever, quickly type, but we do like to save our thoughts for the podcast. So don't ever feel like we're like not seeing you. Okay. But cool, dude. Until the next one, remember to
keep building joy, guys. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Yay. Bye.
Bye. Buddha Paul.
Bye. Cool.
Cool, man.
Awesome. Sure.
Yeah, that was a good one.